A shelter for young adults that served as a resource for people experiencing homelessness since 2020 is about to shut down. KREM 2's Christian Garza shows us how funding shortfalls made that closure unavoidable.
Imagine being told that the place that you've been calling home is going to close in the next couple of weeks and you still have no idea what you're going to do. Well, that's unfortunately the reality for dozens of Spokane young adults here tonight as the Volunteers of America's Young Adult Shelter right here behind me prepares to stop its overnight services. Now, Volunteers of America say the shelter started during the pandemic as a way to help emerging adults ages 18 to 24 who were experiencing homelessness, so that way they didn't feed into the adult homeless system. Now, it was a partnership between the city, county, and the state. Now, throughout the last 6 years, the organization says they have operated the shelter with COVID funds. However, that money has been slowly dwindling for the last few years. Fawn Schott, the CEO of VOA, says this year they were already anticipating having to get themselves out of a budget shortfall, but hard decisions had to be made when they found out at the end of their fiscal year, which I'm told is June 30th, that the organization was not getting close to $600,000 that they anticipated from the state due to those funds being cut from the state's biennium budget. VOA says just weeks later they had to announce to their shelter residents that the overnight services were no longer going to be offered.
We had budgeted already a $700,000 loss and was working on fundraising for that by January. So with the sudden loss of $580,000 more, there was just really no way that we could close the gap on that, unfortunately, in such a short window.
VOA says the shelter will remain open and provide all the housing and behavioral support services for those who need it. The organization says an 18-room overnight shelter will be available in their Cannon Hall location, which is set to open on October 1st. Schott says other organizations that have bed availability, like Jules Helping Hands, have reached out to see how they can help with this transition period if necessary. So they are working to help those affected until more beds become available in the fall. And while the shelter's overnight services are set to end on August 15th, VOA says that staff will be working with shelter residents individually on a transitional plan in the meantime. In Spokane, Christian Garza, KREM 2 News.